Hello everyone, how's it going? I'm WoWcrendor and welcome back to another episode of Pointless Top 10, a show where we make top 10 lists out of pointless things. Why are we flying by this pointless statue in Booty Bay? Because inside pointless things are treasure. Let's begin. Number 10 on the list of pointless top 10s is grass. That kind of threw me off. I was just looking at it and it popped up with a 7 and I'm like, no wait, we're on number 10. Oh, and I'm like, oh yeah, we're looking at a pointless top 10 of number 7. Listen, a lot of people bash grass, alright? 420, man. But really, pointless top 10 grass is one of my favorite pointless top 10s because it's such a pointless thing to really appreciate in World of Warcraft, and it had to make the list. Number 9 is pointless top 10 Murlocs, and I had to put pointless top 10 Murlocs on this list because there's just a wide variety of Murlocs I didn't even know about, and after doing this pointless top 10, I learned that the Jinyu are actually Murlocs in Pandaria. There's some weird shiny Murlocs all over. There's your normal Murlocs, which you see there. There's more Murlocs than meets the eye, and that's why this is number 9. Number 8 is pointless top 10 names in World of Warcraft, and I just found this one pretty fun because there's a lot of references you don't even know about, and a lot of weird NPC names that you've never come across. There's things like Oprah Winfrey, Grohl after Dave Grohl. There's Harris Pilton, who everybody knows about. There's a guy named Steve Stevenson. There's Hobo Air. There's a whole bunch of really weird ones, and it made it fun to actually film this pointless top 10 and research it. Number 7 is pointless top 10 critters in World of Warcraft, and I put critters on this list because it was relaxing to watch penguins waddle around on an iceberg, or just see some squirrels run around, or rabbits hop around, or some sheep in a field. There's just a whole bunch of fun to seeing these critters interact in a natural habitat. Sure, they're programmed to do what they do, but aren't we all programmed, man? Number 6 is the pointless top 10 skies in World of Warcraft, and if you couldn't tell by the amount I talk about loving environments and nature and all that type of stuff, I love the way the skies look in this game. They're just very atmospheric, and they set a tone for the world. You just look up and you see these blue skies or cloudy skies, or it's raining, or there's fire and boulders falling from the sky, or weird black things like that, where you look up and you're in Alice in Wonderland or something. It's crazy stuff, and it's fun to just look up at the sky and see stuff you wouldn't normally see because you're too busy looking at the ground. You gotta look up, man. I need to stop doing the high person voice. What? Oh, whoa, there's so many pointless top 10s here, man. Number 5 is the pointless top 10 ugliest NPCs in WoW, and there are some pretty ugly NPCs to the point where me talking and trying to explain them to you would not do them justice. I mean, just look at this thing. Is this a gnome or is this an abomination? We really don't know. So definitely check that one out, because there's if you want some nightmares tonight, this'll do it. Number 4 is pointless top 10 farms, and this is actually one of my favorite ones. I think it goes really underappreciated because there's a lot of cool farms in World of Warcraft. Believe it or not, there's this farm which is in Hillsbrad, I believe, or Western Plaguelands. It's somewhere around there. There's some farms in Westfall, Pandaria. There's a lot of really cool farms, and definitely check this one out because I just like it a lot. I know that's something I say a lot. I'm like, I just like this a lot. It's not even a good reason, but it's a good enough reason for this, so it's number 4. Number 3 is the pointless top 10 NPCs in the middle of nowhere, and believe it or not, there's a lot of NPCs in the middle of nowhere. This random troll guy being one of them. And it's weird because you don't expect NPCs to just be cast into random places and just have them, doing whatever they're doing. Some of them, they don't even do anything. They're just chilling. Some of them are for quests, so that would make sense. One of my favorites is coming up right here, which is why I'm kind of just waiting this out. He's this guy who just sells stuff in the middle of nowhere in, I think, Tirisfal, or whatever it's called, or Silver Pine Forest, whatever. I forget what it's called. Yeah, Silver Pine Forest. He's just here by the wall. Look at this. In the middle of nowhere. I'm just like, what? What? Number 2 is pointless top 10 ceilings in WoW, and this was one of my favorites just that I've ever made, because there's so many ceilings in World of Warcraft where you look up and you're like, oh my god, I've been here so many times, and yet I've never just looked up and seen this. It's kind of like the skies, but there's so much more detail in the ceilings because people actually put a lot of artwork onto the ceilings, or just crazy stuff. Like there's the Karazhan ceiling that everybody knows about. There's like stained glass in places. There's some crazy icicle stuff. There's so many things, and it's just one of my favorite pointless top 10s I've made and researched and created. And number 1 is pointless top 10 pointless top 10s, because I've already made one of these. Granted, it was a long time ago, and I think it was right after I made 10 pointless top 10s, so I'm like, I gotta make a pointless top 10 now. So a lot of people just missed it, and I've made a lot more since then, so I was like, you know what, let's just make another one. And then someone was like, you should just put that as the number 1, so I did. So if you want to watch another pointless top 10, you can go do that. Okay? Okay. See ya.